My name is Ian and welcome to Planted, my gardening channel. Now typically my videos feature tips and tricks on how to grow plants. And when I look at other YouTube channels, I sometimes find that you might come with enthusiasm, but undoubtedly you are encouraged to do a lot more work in your garden to make it more productive and more beautiful. That's great, that's fine. But here we are in mid-September, the summer is behind us. And I've had this summer the most remarkable success, all but for one collection of plants. And I just want to show you the stupendous amount of growth that you get if you just let plants grow. So often I find we are enamored to trim and prune and fertilize and water and then trim and prune all over again. But we don't really have a chance to literally sit back and smell the flowers. So my little courtyard is completely overplanted. I don't care, it's my courtyard. I can do what I want in it. But when you get this luxurious growth and you get seedlings popping up all by themselves, and you come out and there's a new flower that's opened, or there's a ground cover that's sprawling over a beautiful flagstone pathway, I think it's really important that it doesn't just become another thing, that you actually stop and appreciate it. Now I've got a collection of plants in here that's taken me a few years to find. They're not widely available, and rather than flash up a whole load of Latin plant names, I would encourage you to go back through my archive of about 130 videos, and you'll see that they're all segmented into groups. There's videos that show spring interest and instruction, there's summer interest and instruction, there's all sorts of groups of videos that will help you get what you want. And I've even got videos on there on how to buy plants from mail order. But enough about that. This is showing you how texture, shade, color, form, all mixed together in my gardens because they're not overly regimented. I don't mind if one plant overtakes another plant. If a plant that's overtaken is really special, I'll dig it up, stick it in a pot, and I'll find somewhere else for it. But I want my plants to grow. I want them to put on substantial growth and really kind of get joined together. And that's exactly what we have here. Don't know quite why this year is more so than others. I've had great growth in the past. This year I have been much more likely just to let them grow and not get in there and start pruning them back. I mentioned that a little bit before. If there's something that is a takeaway from this, it is plant your newly designed garden with wider spacing. And the problem is that with wider spacing, at planting time, it looks quite bare. So you think, well, I'll make them a little bit closer. I'll give them the opportunity to touch at time of planting, and that way it looks a bit fuller. Please don't do that. Give your plants space at planting time and they'll still get too crammed. You see here I've got Tibucina next to this remarkable, very large, the name escapes me, it'll come to me in a moment, elephant ears. It's called Colocasia. And it's just gone potty. It's so big and substantial. And I've got that growing next to the beautiful Albizia Magic Merlot. Now, if you want a foliage contrast, there's not much more contrasted than that. And I just let them grow. I did have a little bit of setback with one of my most popular plants, and that is this plant, Cochleocanthus caracalla. It was very late to get going, and I've actually had passers-by that come and see this plant, and they were making it very clear that they hoped it would flower. It was probably 6 weeks behind, but look at the crop of flowers it's putting on now. So let's just sum up. Gardening is not all about dirt under your fingernails and being stooped over digging holes. There needs to be time when you just take it all in, and if mid-September is not that time, I don't know when is. Thank you so much for watching. Do go back and watch some of the other videos that will show you how we got here. And on that note, have a great time. I hope you had a great summer. Have a great fall. Bye for now.